Wild Hog here. Got another home project. I don't know if it's a home project or a home improvement to make things easier somehow. But it's big and it's heavy like everything else I get. Like my haircut? Yeah, nice, huh? Show you what I got. It's in the back. It's great for traction. Let me get it out of there. It's wicked heavy. All right, I'll show you when it's on the ground in the garage. Here I go. So here we go with the unboxing. Man, I had a heck of a time getting it off the truck. I showed you guys the sides and everything, didn't I? Yeah, I showed you the other side. Well, when I got it in here and I got down and looked at it, gross weight is 145 kilograms. I figured that up, and it's like 319 and a little bit pounds. So yeah, it was pretty rough for this 160-pound, 64-year-old guy to get off the truck. But hey, I didn't drop it. Got the front off on some dollies, little 4-wheel roll-around jobbies that you move furniture with. Then I put the hay bale underneath the tailgate of the truck, and I slid it off, and it went boof down onto the hay bales. And then I got the floor jack over there in the corner and jacked it up a little bit, lowered it down onto the dollies, and rolled it in here. And that's where she sits. So I'm going to start popping some staples. I'm going to save the wood. Not sure what happened to there. I think I pushed a button and the video went off. This was the lighter end. And this up here is the heavier end. So I figured that must be the front where the pump is. Or the hydraulic jack, I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm going to get started on it. This is the newer edition. I hope it's better than the last one. Let's get to it. There you go. These came off remarkably easy. Just a little extra support for the corners. Down here. Yeah. Back you can pull those off. You don't even need a screwdriver. All right, let's get to something else. Well, here we go. You know, when I went to buy this, I knew it was going to be expensive, so I went and got one of those Harbor Freight credit cards, and they have equal billing. Once a month, you make a payment. So this worked out to be like $45 a month for 12 months. Well, there was a coupon for $120 off. And with your first purchase with that credit card, you get an extra 10% off. And it's the first purchase you make with that card only. So I figured for sure I was going to get another $47 off. Well, $45 off, which would got it right down to $400. Well, apparently this wasn't eligible because I chose equal billing. When you choose equal billing, you don't get the 10% off for using that card the first time. The screen popped up and I had a choice of using zero interest, which is what you get, or 5% cash back. And I was like, no, I want the interest because it's like 30% when you pay on the card, right? So if you pay your payments on time, the interest is zero, and that's what I wanted. But it's kind of shady how the 10% didn't apply. But hey, I still got it for, it was originally $5.69. I think I got it for $4.80 or something. Well, it's a piece of cake. I don't even need a hammer for this. Let's just pop it. Gosh, it's just bread. Here we go. You ready? Can you see anything? Oh, well, gotta turn this around. Dogs will sniff it. It's full of rads. So let's just put this over here. All right, everybody. Ready for the dun da da da? Dun da da da! Ooh, foam! Oh man, that's handy. Well, there's this. Wow, that's nice. Look at that. How am I gonna get this out of here? Guess I'll disassemble some more stuff. Pop the sides. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll pop the sides. Oh, I got some more of them plastic jobbies. I like this. I'll probably edit this. I know you can't see me. I apologize. Cool, eh? Wish I could play radio while I do this stuff. And I worry about getting monetized. I'm not monetized anyways. Let's see. Look at there. Cool. All right. Da 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 da. Yeah. This is pretty cool. If I fill it up with wood, I'll have to bring my car in here tomorrow. My truck, I mean. There you go. Yes, it's backwards. That's okay. We'll just turn it around here in a minute. That's pretty slick, Willie. What do you think so far? Now, if I could just pick up 320 pounds. All right, here's the down pedal. Here's the up pedal. See, they got rubber grippies on them now. The last edition didn't have that. This is the brace bar for when you raise it up, get it up where you want it. There's a couple holes you can put this bar in, and it holds it so you can take the pressure off of the hydraulics and not. Wait, look at that. Oh, that's the. Just a second. That's that. This is the ramp. Sweet. I think the ramp is wider than the one used to be on the other one. That slides makes a heck of a noise. Now this is kind of controversial, this tire chuck, but we'll investigate that further. All right. Time to get it off the wood. What do you think, y'all? Manhandle it. Instructions. Let's see, what did I do with all my stuff? Let me get rearranged. Oh, darn, see I'm dropping stuff now. Let me get rearranged. Eat a can of spinach or something and get this thing off the wood. I'll let you watch all that. Just a sec. So what I'm going to use is these carpet squares. I put them all over the place in the garage and stuff where my tires roll in and stuff. But I'm going to put them underneath the front where the wheels are going to bounce off of the crate onto the floor. And I'm also going to put these under this rack, because when you pull motorcycles in, they tend to push the rack forward. So with these under it and those little feet screwed down, I imagine it'll keep these from sliding, because these have some sticky stuff on the back. Sorry, apologize, you can't see me. I'll raise you up a little. Raise you up just a little bit. Get back here. A little patience. See what we can do. Not sure what the middle of this is like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Roll, baby. Yeah. I'll just go here. Kick that. Yeah. That's how you do it. Cool. I'll pick this crap up here, set it against the side, and I'll get back. I'll turn this around and get back to you. Well, there it is. Pretty proud of this thing, man. I just have a better feeling about this one than I did the last one. That's for sure. I could see some differences in it. Little changes. This is 33¼ inches to the deck right here. And it's a little higher because I think it's 2 inches higher than the old one, because when it goes down, it's 2 inches higher all the way down. It's 8 inches to the edge from the ground up. It's 8 inches. So if you got a car, you're going to be driving over this thing, you better have, give an inch here. I'd say you better have a 10-inch ground clearance under the car that you're going to be driving up over this on. Because I'm just going to leave it here. I have a pickup truck, so that's going to clear fine. But the Challenger isn't gonna. So this summer, I don't know, I may just put the motorcycles on this side and leave the Challenger over there. Not sure, put the truck down in the shed. Yeah, I'll point out some differences. This is the wheel chuck that I'm probably not going to use. I'm going to use a standard. Here it is. This one's just too cumbersome. You gotta hold the bike, you gotta get off, you gotta crank this. I'm just gonna use, here it is right over here. I've seen other people use it. And I know it's ugly right now, but it's gonna go on there. Those bolts are probably what I use, but yeah, it's a wheel chuck. And I'm just going to mount it up here. It's easy to make new holes. And that's what I'm going to use, because when I get off the bike on this, I want it to stay when I get off it. And when you put the kickstand down, when your bike is up on here, the kickstand ends up out here. And so you got nothing unless you put some kind of extension on here. And I may in the future, but extensions are just kind of flimsy. I don't know why I would need it. But anyhow, I got all my lights on, looking pretty good. All right. I'll get you closer with the camera. We'll talk about the differences here in just a second. All right. Show you some changes. Some are good, some are bad. I wouldn't say bad, but some are just different. This trap door, well, this is the ramp that goes on the back. Those pins, they used to have holes in them with a clip that went through. So when you put them up on here, it sits here and it would stay on. But I mean, I take it off every time anyways, because when you're walking around the back, it's a knee buster. So just take it off, get it out of the way, so those pins are one less thing to worry about. This lid is different underneath. Some people say if you're pulling it up on here and you don't do it quite right, it'll push forward somehow. and go down in. And I'll show you what they claim. I mean, I can see it happening. It goes like that, and then you got your bike up on here, and it's like stuck. And the reason for that is the old ones used to have the frame around here that's on here now, and this section is out of here. I don't know why they took that section out of there, but if you put this way, where this is down here, it can flip. If you push it forward, it'll go down in and pop up and be a mess. So I think, careful on that thing right there. That's a rough son of a, you know what, that's gonna hurt. So I think what I'm gonna do is when I use this, I am just gonna leave it like that for now. One of the great changes, I think, a wonderful change, is the ram for this is much larger. Let's just go get a tool. I'll be right back. I'm gonna measure it. Got a handy dandy vernier caliper. Where we at? Where are you? 1.69 inches, or darn near 43. Where are you? 43 millimeters. And I know the other one, dude, it had to be 30, 35. Yeah, I bet the other one was 35 or less. So there's a positive. And the other one had a whole different mechanism through here. This is, I'm not gonna reach and push that. I'll show you from the other side. And the bottom rail had this angle came out here too, and it went down, but the metal was thinner. What do we got in this? This stuff, it's almost 6 millimeters. So the wheels are in a different spot. This is where you get your 2 inches from. This used to be like underset more, and the wheels were up in the hole better. So I think they did that because when they changed the mechanism, it's underneath now. Instead of going through like this one is, it's underneath. And these wheels are smaller. They're like 2 3/4 instead of 3 1/2 or whatever the others were. And this is the up. It's all the way up, so I don't want to jack with it. But this is the foot lever down. It's kind of at a funky angle. But I think it's like that because when you push it, when it starts to go down, it's really going down. So I like that. And where's the rod at? So imagine having a bike up on here. Let's just go down. Let's go up. Yeah, let's just go down. I know. Sometimes it's hard to hit the hole. So, see if it keeps going down. See how it hits that bar? Bar hits on there. So now you can actually take the weight off it, and you're not, the seals in the jack aren't constantly holding pressure. So I really like that. That's a better bar, I think, than the last one. Some people with the 1,000-pound bikes said that they bends that bar, but I guess we'll see. See how easy that goes? These are little stoppers, but I've got it on the carpets like I was telling you guys and gals, and that's gonna help a lot. These are your tie-down rings. They're gonna go in here. Got 4 of them. This'll, I don't know. I'm gonna use this. I'll probably paint it up and make it look pretty. Clean up the metal. I need to spread this just a little bit because for touring bikes, it really jams it in there and you really got to pull on it to get it out. So some kind of tool, maybe a little bit of heat. Take that apart and bend it around something. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Want to know how wide it is, how long it is, and all that? I'll show you. You got the width of the deck is, what is that, 26 and a half. And then the length of the deck is 86 and a half, I guess. And that motorcycle from the center of the rear tire, where it would sit on the back of the lift, in the front of the front tire, where the front tire will go in there. Even if you did it here, it's 75 inches. Pull you out here. Even if you put it, I'm gonna put the front of it right about here. So 75 would be about back to 6 inches from the end of that door. So yeah, I could even run it further forward if I wanted. And get the thing to retract, you know. So that's that. Just let it go. That's about all I got for you guys. I'll put a picture of the coupon. It's a Harbor Freight Super Coupon, it's called. I'll put a picture of it up in this video at the end. Tomorrow's the last day for the offer. My local store had one on hold and one to sell. And I got the one to sell. And like I said, this is the second edition. Down here, there's a number. It's called a SKU or something. I don't know. It starts, let me zoom in for you. It's I guess it's a UPC. It starts with a 1. If the one at the store starts with a 2, that's the old style. And you don't want that one. Unless you just prefer it. But I had issues with mine, and I swear I gave it away. Brought it to work, gave it to a gentleman. We slid it from truck to truck, and I never saw it again, and he never said nothing about it. But something happened. It wouldn't pump up anymore, and I like I said, I only used it 3 times, and once with a motorcycle on it. 2 other times were for a garage sale table. Anyhow, I'm in a better place now. I like this. I know it's a long video for a table, but I'll probably chop it down. Forgot to tell you guys, my boat's about done. It's all done except for the decals. And they're up here. It's what it is, man. It was harder than I thought it was gonna be. These things are so small, dude. I mean, look how big they are to your finger. And I put this plate on upside down. Let me just pick it up and show you. I put that plate on upside down because I thought this side was rougher, but when you put it on upside down, you don't have room for the rear decal that says Hemi Hydro. So I may just run it across the top of the transom. But yeah, there's my stuff. There's the prop and the rudder and the fins. And the weird thing is, I had to put 3 pennies, I had to glue 3 pennies to the bottom of the trailer, because if you don't, when you put the boat on before, it would fall backwards. So the wheelbase needed to be a little further back on the trailer. You know, they could have put it back, but I don't know why they didn't. Anyhow, that's all it is. It came out okay. I've kind of figured I'm not a model builder unless it's a larger scale. Because like, here's my tools. And I really didn't have any way to be steady of the hand. So there's that. Thanks for watching Wild Hog Sand. Now we got stuff to play with. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate everybody. Stay warm out there. Bye.